All right, so today we're going deep, really deep into the world of German chair manufacturers.
Yeah, those folks who pretty much turn sitting into, like, an art form.
Exactly. And this one is for all you furniture aficionados out there, especially with your, interest in high quality pieces.
Oh, yeah. I bet this deep dive might even spark some ideas for your business ventures.
You never know. So where are we getting all this insider info? Well, we're taking cues from this article called, get this, Top 10 German Chair Manufacturers. Quality, Innovation, and Design in Seating Solutions.
Catchy title.
And guess what? It's written by the CEO of ASKA, a company, you guessed it, specializing in dining chairs.
So he definitely knows what he's talking about when it comes to judging a good chair, that's for sure.
No doubt about it. And what's really cool is we'll see how he actually uses these top German companies as like benchmarks for his own company.
Yeah, we'll unpack how those German principles of quality, innovation, that whole thing, can be applied in different situations.
Okay, before we get to the top 10 countdown, let's set the scene a little. I mean, Germany, they're known for manufacturing, right? Precision, innovation, sustainability, it's like their thing.
It's in their DNA.
But how does this all translate to something, as, I don't know, basic as a chair?
Well, think about it this way. German chairs, they're not just about sitting. It's a whole experience.
Ah, okay, I see.
These companies think about everything. The materials, ergonomics, the environmental impact, like the whole 9 yards.
Gotcha. All right, let's start our countdown. Number 10, COR. They're all about premium upholstered furniture.
Oh yeah, COR, they're the comfort and design gurus.
And they have this whole design philosophy about, like, timeless aesthetics and functionality. You know what I mean?
Totally. They often use these really sleek lines and high-quality fabrics, like natural wool and leather, the kind of stuff that just ages beautifully.
That's nice.
Yeah, and their pieces, they're meant to fit into any interior, and they're not going to look dated after a couple of years. Timeless, just like you said.
You know what's funny? ASKT, they have a similar approach.
Really?
Yeah, high-quality fabrics and, get this, customization options. It's all about creating those timeless pieces that people, will love for years.
That's awesome. It just goes to show that these German principles can be applied anywhere, even on a smaller scale.
Totally. All right, moving on to number 9, we've got Vilcon.
Founded way back in 1907, they're kind of the office furniture legends, and here's the thing, they're chairs. They're not your typical office chair.
Right, they're all about ergonomics and sustainability, like way ahead of the curve.
You could say that.
And get this, they actually pioneered that free-to-move idea for office seating.
Which basically means you can move more dynamically while you're sitting.
Yeah, like think about it. You're not just stuck in one position.
Right. Take their FS line chair, for example.
Well,
it's got this synchronous mechanism that, adjusts to how your body moves.
You're actively sitting.
Exactly, and it reduces strain on your body. And here's the kicker. This chair's been a bestseller for, over 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That proves that good ergonomic design can stand the test of time.
For sure. And speaking of standing the test of time, let's talk about number 8 on our list.
Rusconi, established in 1963. They're all about seating solutions for offices and public spaces.
But here's the thing with Rusconi, they use super high-quality materials and have these incredibly thorough testing processes.
They're serious about their chairs.
Oh, absolutely. Rusconi, they don't mess around when it comes to quality. They're known for using, durable materials.
Like what?
Think die-cast aluminum and high-grade steel for their chair frames.
Wow, heavy duty.
And they test each chair like crazy. Stability, durability, safety, the works.
That's so interesting because ASKT, they're also super focused on quality control. Like they've got this whole team that inspects every single chair before it ships out.
It's all about the details.
Yeah, and it seems like that focus on quality control is like a common thing among these successful manufacturers.
It really is. Now, number 7, Spiegels. They're all about conference and executive office furnishings. Founded in 1974.
They're the flexibility and durability champs.
Totally. Their designs are meant to, adapt to workspaces that are constantly changing.
Right. And if I remember correctly, they were one of the first to do those, what are they called, modular furniture systems?
Yeah, the ones you can, reconfigure as your needs change.
Exactly. Smart thinking.
And their attention to detail is amazing. They use these high-performance fabrics.
What kind?
The ones that are, resistant to abrasion and stains, which is super important for, high traffic areas.
Makes sense. All right, get ready for number 6, because this one's a little, different.
Oh, yeah.
It's Curry Design, founded in 1981. They're known for their, I don't know, unconventional, stylish, contemporary pieces, bold colors, unique shapes, and materials you wouldn't expect.
Kerr Design, they're the rule breakers of the furniture world.
Totally.
They collaborate with, like, big name designers and are always experimenting with new materials.
What kind of materials?
Think recycled plastic, reclaimed wood. They even have a line of chairs made from old car tires.
Whoa, seriously.
Yep. They're not afraid to push the boundaries.
And you know what? That kind of experimentation with sustainable materials is something ASKT is doing too.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're looking into using recycled materials without, sacrificing the quality or style.
It's great to see companies, big or small, really pushing for sustainable design.
For sure. Okay, coming in at number 5 is Brunner. They've been making durable and functional furniture for commercial spaces since 1977.
Oh yeah, Brunner, you'll see their chairs everywhere.
Yeah.
Offices, restaurants, airports, even stadiums.
Yeah, they're built to last.
Seriously, their furniture is made to handle heavy use and still look good doing it. They're really committed to quality.
How can you tell?
Just look at their testing processes. They test everything. Weight capacity, impact resistance, even UV resistance.
So, they're not just making chairs.
Oh.
They're engineering them.
For any environment you can think of.
Pretty impressive. And that brings us to our top 4. At number 4, it's Klober, established back in 1935.
Klober, the champions of sustainable and stylish office chairs.
They've really figured out how to make sustainability a part of, every step of the design process.
Yeah, they use eco-friendly materials,
What?
sustainably sourced wood,
Yeah.
recycled plastics, plus they're big on energy efficiency in their factories.
Smart. And if I remember correctly, they were one of the first to embrace that whole circular economy thing.
Designing chairs that are easy to take apart and recycle when you're done with them.
Genius. It's like closing the loop.
Exactly. And this modular approach is something ASKT is trying out too,
Yeah.
They're designing chairs with replaceable parts, which is great.
Why is that?
Well, for one, it makes repairs easier, and it means the chair lasts longer. So it's a win-win for the customer and the environment.
All right, on to number 3. And it's a legend. We're talking about Thonet. With a history going all the way back to 1819, they're famous for their bentwood and tubular steel furniture.
Oh yeah, you've definitely seen their chairs in cafes and restaurants around the world. They're iconic.
They're classics. Their bentwood chairs are like a testament to, lasting craftsmanship.
Absolutely. And when they first came out in the mid-19th century, revolutionary.
And they're still popular today.
It's incredible how Sonnet has stayed relevant for over 2 centuries.
They've really embraced new materials and technology, but haven't, abandoned their roots.
It's all about balance.
Yeah.
For example, now they offer chairs made from, sustainably harvested beechwood.
Oh, nice.
And they've even started using recycled materials in their upholstery options. It's that mix of tradition and innovation that makes them special.
Totally. All right, coming in at number 2 is Wagner, founded in 1976.
Wagner's all about enhancing well-being through their designs.
So their furniture is more than just, something to sit on.
Exactly. They want to improve your health and well-being.
Cool. And their chairs, encourage you to sit actively and improve your posture, right?
That's the idea. They're known for their ergonomic designs. You'll often see adjustable backrests and seats so you can, switch up your sitting position.
So you're not just stuck in one spot.
Right. And they were one of the first companies to introduce chairs with a rocking motion, which is great for circulation.
And finally, the number 1 German chair manufacturer, according to our source, KOHL.
Another company founded in 1976.
Yeah, they're like the masters of those ergonomic office chairs.
The ones that are both comfortable and eco-friendly.
They've really nailed that balance.
KOHL has a very holistic approach to design,
What does that mean?
Well, they think about the entire life cycle of the chair, from where the materials come from to what happens when you finally have to get rid of it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they use recycled materials whenever they can, and their production process is all about minimizing waste and emissions.
So they're good for the planet.
And for your back. Their designs are super comfy. They use all these fancy ergonomic features.
Like what?
Things to provide support and adjustability so you can sit for a long time without feeling uncomfortable.
It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
They're a perfect example of how German manufacturers blend form and function with, doing good for the environment.
They're not just making chairs, they're creating a better way to live and work.
Wow. We've just scratched the surface of what makes these German chair makers so awesome.
It's incredible how they all value quality, innovation, and sustainability in their own unique way.
What's really fascinating to me is how they've managed to stick to those principles for so long.
Yeah, they're not just chasing trends, they're building something that lasts, and people are responding to that,
Totally. They're all successful with strong reputations for quality.
for sure. All right, before we jump into part two, take a moment to think about what stood out to you about these companies.
What are some of the key things that, you can maybe apply to your own work or even your life? We'll be back in a flash to dig into that a little deeper.
Welcome back. So, as we go deeper into these German chair manufacturers, one thing that really jumps out at me is their dedication to sustainability.
Mm.
It's like they've figured out that building a lasting business means, respecting the environment.
It's about playing the long game. Right.
Yeah. Like it's the key to true longevity. And it's not just about using sustainable materials, although that's important. It's
Yeah.
about designing furniture that lasts, stuff that can be repaired easily and even recycled at the end of its life.
That makes sense.
Like take Clover, for example. Their designs are modular, which means it's easy to repair or upgrade the chairs so you're not throwing them out after just a few years.
That's brilliant.
And they're not the only ones. Think about Thonet. They've been around for over 200 years, and they've adapted and evolved while sticking to those core principles of craftsmanship and sustainability.
Phonet is fascinating to me. I mean, they've embraced new technologies, new materials, but they haven't lost that classic look.
Yeah, they've even introduced a line of chairs made from bioplastic, which is like this renewable and biodegradable material that comes from plants.
That's amazing. It shows that you can honor your heritage, but still be innovative and forward-thinking at the same time.
It's about shaping the future, not just preserving the past, right?
Absolutely. And speaking of shaping the future, Carry Design. Their approach is so bold, so unconventional, it really challenges the way we think about furniture.
Carry Design, they're always pushing the boundary.
They're not afraid to take risk.
They're constantly experimenting with new materials and techniques. Their use of recycled materials is especially interesting.
Oh yeah. Like what?
They've created some incredible pieces using reclaimed wood, recycled plastic, even old tires.
No way. That's awesome.
It proves that sustainable design doesn't have to be boring, You can still be stylish and creative.
Totally. I think what makes Carry Design so successful is that they don't take themselves too seriously. They have a playful and irreverent approach to design, which is refreshing.
It's a breath of fresh air in an industry that can sometimes be, well, a little stuffy.
Exactly. But, another company that's breaking the mold when it comes to chair design is Wagner.
Oh yeah, Wagner. They're all about the well-being of the user.
They're not just designing chairs for sitting, they're designing them for moving. Right.
Their chairs with those rocking motions are a great example.
It encourages subtle movements throughout the day, which is good for circulation, helps reduce fatigue.
They've also introduced chairs with adjustable backrests and seats so you can customize your sitting position.
So smart. They understand that everybody's body is different and comfort is key.
They've taken ergonomics to a whole new level. And it's not just about physical comfort, it's about mental well-being, too.
Ah, interesting. How so?
Well, they recognize that the way we sit can affect our mood and focus, right? So they're designing chairs that support both our physical and mental health.
It's impressive how these German manufacturers are considering every aspect of the user's experience.
They're not just making chairs, they're creating solutions for a better way of living and working.
And it's not just about the individual user either, right? They're also thinking about the bigger picture, the environment, society, the whole thing.
That commitment to social responsibility is what sets them apart.
They're not just focused on profit, they're focused on making a positive impact on the world.
Exactly. And it's clear that this approach resonates with consumers. People are looking for brands that align with their values, and these German chair manufacturers are definitely hitting the mark.
They're setting a new standard for the industry. It's inspiring to see their influence spreading all over the world.
It's interesting to see how these German principles are being adopted by other companies, like ASKT, the one that the CEO who wrote our article runs.
Oh yeah, he's using those same ideas.
Yeah.
Quality, innovation, sustainability, all that. It's proof that these principles can be applied anywhere.
You don't have to be a huge corporation to make a difference.
Exactly. You can prioritize those things at any scale.
So this brings us to an important question for our listeners. How can you apply these principles to your own life and work?
Yeah, whether you're an entrepreneur, a designer, or just someone who appreciates a well-made product, there's a lot we can all learn from these German chair manufacturers.
In the next bar, we'll explore those lessons and how you can actually put them into action.
Stay tuned. And we're back for our final look at these amazing German chair companies. What really strikes me is their dedication to quality, innovation, sustainability. It's not just about the chairs themselves, is it?
It's bigger than that. It's like a philosophy, a way of approaching their work, and I think that's the real lesson here, something we can all learn from.
Yeah, totally.
Mhm.
So how can we apply these ideas to our own lives, even if we're not, furniture designers or whatever?
Hmm.
What are some key takeaways?
Well, first thing, long-term vision. These companies, they're not thinking about just making a quick buck. They're in it for the long haul.
They're building legacies, right?
Exactly. Like Fonet, they've been around for over 200 years, and they're still going strong. They've seen trends come and go, but their focus on quality, timeless design, that's never changed.
And that commitment to quality, that's a big one, right?
Huge. It is about the material, sure, but also the craftsmanship, the testing, that constant drive to be the best.
Sweating the details, even the stuff nobody sees.
Exactly. And this kind of leads to another principle, continuous improvement. These companies are never satisfied, always trying to get better, to innovate, to refine their processes.
Always pushing the boundaries, right?
Like, remember Wilcon and their free to move concept? They changed how we think about office seating.
And of course, we can't forget sustainability. That's like built into their DNA.
Totally. Eco-friendly materials, designing for repairability, recycling, the whole package. It's not just a gimmick, it's a core value.
Now, some people might be thinking, this is great and all, but I'm just one person. What difference can I make?
It's a good question, but I think it starts with awareness.
Yeah.
Being mindful of the choices we make, supporting companies that do things the right way.
Yeah, voting with our wallets.
And speaking up, advocating for sustainability in our communities.
Every little bit helps.
Exactly. And together, those little bits add up. It's about shifting our mindset, moving away from that disposable culture.
Buying things that are built to last, reducing waste, making sustainable choices whenever possible.
And think about the ASKT CEO, the guy who wrote the article. He's proof that these principles, they work even on a smaller scale.
He's taking inspiration from these German companies, applying their ideas to his own business.
So it's not just for big corporations.
It's a mindset.
That anyone can adopt.
It all comes down to this. Quality, innovation, sustainability, they're not just good for business.
They're good for life.
They lead to better products, a healthier planet.
A more fulfilling way of living.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of German chair manufacturers, I want you to think about what really resonated with you.
What lessons can you apply to your own work, your life? Because striving for excellence, that's something we can all do no matter what we do.
It's a journey we're all on.
Yeah.
And maybe, just maybe, you'll be the one inspiring others with your commitment to quality, innovation, a better future.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. See you next time.